Teachers have power, and we want them to use their power for the improvement of their students' lives. My name is Paula Cole, and I am the Executive Director for Educators for Excellence Minnesota. I could not have chosen a worse place to bring my family when I came to Minnesota. In Minnesota, if you are a Latina, an African American, Black, Indigenous parent, you could not have chosen a worse place if you want to see your child graduate from high school. Minnesota has the worst achievement gaps in the nation for those three communities.
So if we look at where Minnesota is at statistically, 5% of teachers are teachers of color.
We have a recruitment problem of teachers of color, and we have a retention problem.
Over the last 5 years, we've had an influx in teachers of color, but that makes them the least senior in their discipline. And so if there are going to be budget cuts every year, you're going to be losing those teachers every single year.
Then we haven't really done anything.
How do I make this change if there's a union that doesn't represent me and isn't fighting for teachers of color?
A lot of teachers of color say that they feel isolated, they feel unsupported, they feel unheard, they feel unseen.
School teachers in Minneapolis walked off the job today, canceling classes for about 29,000 students.
And if we don't intervene, we believe that the Minneapolis Public Schools will cease to exist.
We made sure to ask multiple times, will this language around protecting teachers of color outside of seniority be included in your contract negotiations? And they said yes.
When we went out the first day, none of the paid for and produced signs had anything about teacher of color retention. We worked really hard to make sure that everything that we were doing was in line, and we're simply trying to make sure that what we voted on stays there.
And so in order for teachers of color to really benefit from the institution, they gotta be protected within the institution. And that really goes for any marginalized group, because we know the impacts representation has for children. The role model effect is research-based. Making adjustments to a contract that is not performative but actually has impact would say a lot to the teachers of color. It would be a vote of confidence and a path towards anti-racism.
So that makes it even more imperative that we are able to diversify the teaching profession. I think all children, they can remember when they were that kid who was in that room and who was being ignored or punished just because no one understood them. I have this idea that teachers everywhere are gonna see this and be like, really wow, like wow, teachers did this. They spoke up, they're still working, they made a difference. Teachers see themselves as having all this power, and we want them to use their power for the improvement of their students' lives.